Application for VBS Bank to be liquidated. The application will be heard in the North Gauteng High Court next week. The bank faced a barrage of questions over the bank's collapse during a briefing before Parliament's Standing Committee on Finance.
Why were certain people in the report interviewed and others not? Yet they are named as being involved in looting. Why write the person and you did not speak to them? And you still reach the conclusion by even writing their names. What do we call that in law when you don't hear the other side of the story?
And I quite understand why Mr. Ndlozi mentions Mr. Brian Shivambu. I don't need to deal with it here. It's understandable that why he selects that particular name when in that list there are a number of other persons that are mentioned who received monies through companies, but they've been mentioned by name. But whether it's permissible or not, I'm not going to debate that. If Mr. Shivambu is going to bring that case will be answered in those proceedings, because what he has made clear is that he is going to be challenging, and one of the things which seems to be the central theme among those that are challenging, including the application that has already been issued, is the question of Audi.
We will do everything in our power to recover as much money as we can. We will use a combination of civil processes, asset forfeiture processes, revenue service processes, and criminal processes to try and recover as much money as we can. But I'm not optimistic that we will recover a huge amount.
It won't help to go and arrest now the individuals that are mentioned before we gather evidence. It is better to gather evidence before we can plan for arrest. So as the matter develops, we plan further. Currently the plan is not including the date of arrest, because there is still work that still need to be done. What Advocate Modawi has done, we want to do something of that nature in terms of the Criminal Procedure Act, not in terms of the law that they shall have applied.
Once the investigations are complete, we will then be able to start working on draft charge sheets.